Okay, this recording will take you through how to access a words.usask.ca blog and give you some quick information on how to put a post into your blog. So if you're watching this video, you're in a course that requires a blog using this words.usask.ca platform. So your instructor should have already made a request on your behalf to get that blog set up and shared some info with you that they're ready to go and you're ready to log in. So this is the URL for you to access your blog. So you're going to put that in, you're going to get a landing page like this that looks a lot like your regular PAWS login. So you're going to log in with your regular NSID. Okay, so this is the entry page to the blogs. Now what you want to do is go and hover over this My Sites. You're going to want to go to the blog that's labeled with your name. And from there, if you click on Dashboard, that'll give you the control panel for your blog. So the most important thing on here you're going to want to be working with is the Post tab. So if you click All Posts, you'll see everything that's been posted. If you want to start a new one, you can click Add New. So that's what we're going to start with here. So here's the text editor that allows me to add a blog post. So you're going to want to enter a title, something punchy that will hopefully be a little bit attention catching. So say you were writing a blog post about the Gorilla Girls. Put your title in, and then you're ready to start putting your text into the main body. Now, one thing that we do recommend generally is that you don't work primarily in this blog when you're writing new content. It's actually better to work in Word or some other word processor on your own computer so that you can save a file locally. Just in case you ever had a connection issue, you got logged out or timed out of the words.usask.ca account. That way you wouldn't accidentally maybe lose any of the work that you had typed in here before you got a chance to submit. So that's just a little word of advice that it's better to work in Word and save a copy to your computer before you enter into the blog. But if you're ready to put some text into here, you can start entering. Start entering your text. I'm going to show you a few media things that you can embed to make your blog post a little more interesting, add some rich media to it, and how to take advantage of the blog format as opposed to more traditional formats like just a regular old research essay. We can use some more media aspects and link this to other parts of the internet to make it more interesting in that way. So say for example I wanted to add a hyperlink to the website for the Gorilla Girls. So I might type a little bit about the Gorilla Girls. And then I might want to embed a link so that if somebody didn't have some, say, basic information, they could dig a little deeper and find that info. So here is the Gorilla Girls website. So I could take that URL and say I wanted to embed it into the text of my blog post and just highlight where I want to embed it. And here you're going to see some options for editing your text and formatting your text. So here is the link button. Click there. With this text highlighted, click there, and then you can enter your URL. So that's for the website I want to link to, and then make sure you click that button, apply. And now that link is embedded into my text. So link is one thing you can add. Another thing you might want to do is something like a social media post from, say, Twitter or Facebook. So that's something you can embed. So a lot of the things that you want to embed are going to be added with the Add Media button. So say I found a tweet. Here's a tweet from the Gorilla Girls that I wanted to embed because I could link it to my discussion and maybe have some sort of an analysis about it. Well, if I find the tweet I want, here's the URL for that actual tweet, or I can get it here, copy the link, and I'm ready to add it if I go to Add Media. So in the Add Media, you can add a bunch of things. So I could add a file from my computer. If I say I had a picture I had taken, I wanted to upload, I could do that. But a lot of the things, if you're adding them from the web, you want to insert from URL. So here I'll paste it. I get a little preview of what it's going to look like, and then I can insert it into my post. And there you can see it's in the context of the text that I had written, an embedded version of that tweet. And you'll see in the live post it links back to Twitter if somebody wanted to click on this and go back to the original tweet. So I can add things like tweets and Facebook posts. I could add a YouTube video. So here's an example. I found a YouTube video that I want to share. So I take the URL of that YouTube video, or I could get it from here, from share to. That's another URL that would work. So I take the URL back to my blog, and I go to Add Media, insert from URL, paste it into there. I get another little preview, make sure that's the video you want, it looks right, and then insert it into your post. There we go. Now the blog is embedded, or the video is embedded into my blog. So you can do videos from a few different sources, like YouTube and Vimeo work well. I could also do, if I wanted to do an image or a GIF, that works well also. So here for an example, if I wanted to put in like a reaction GIF. So here's a pretty common reaction GIF I just found from Giphy. So if this is the link I want to share, I can copy the link here. So the GIF link is given here. So I'll copy that. And back to my blog, add media, paste it in there. Now for images and GIFs, you also have the option to add a caption. So I could add a caption if I wanted to. And you can also add alt text if you want to. So I'll insert that into my post. Okay, so now these are in the context of my text. They can be embedded in a way that makes my analysis more interesting and links it to other parts of the internet as well, to maybe take the discussion deeper, or just to illustrate it in some more interesting and some more modern sort of web savvy ways. So another thing I just want to note is if you are adding, say, images like this GIF from the internet, it is a good practice to have a attributions section. So you might just want to like that, just put a link there. I just pasted that link, and just so that source has been attributed somehow. So if you're maybe sharing images from, say, Flickr or something like that, then sharing the link to where you got it from, and if you know it, if you can find it, maybe who made that image, that's a proper rule, proper practice for sharing images that other people made. So I might just add this little attribution section at the end of my post, something like that. I can change the heading level if I want to. And same thing, you probably want to have a works cited page. So presumably I'm going to type more stuff in the text. It's going to be a little more meaty. And then I want to have a works cited piece at the end using your MLA format to have that all listed properly for any citations maybe that I put into here. So despite the fact that it's a blog format, you're still expected to have that scholarly academic rigor. So make sure you're citing your sources properly and that you are listing them at the end. So if I've got pretty much the content in there as I want it laid out, I'm pretty much ready to go. The only thing I have to do still is make sure I go over here and add a category. So adding the category is going to let us sort the class blogs so that we can see who responded to the same prompt, and just kind of sort through them in that way. So I'd want to go to the blog prompt that I was responding to. Your instructor should have given you a category. So it'll be something like this. It'll be a new category you have to add because you're only going to respond to each one once. So say I was responding to the very first blog prompt in the very first module. So it's in module 1, so it'll be module 1, mod 1, and if it's the first one, it'll be blog 1. Something like that. So just pay attention to the blog post prompt. It'll have a category in there. Just make sure you add it. So I'm going to add that new category. And now it's checked on there, so it's properly categorized. So with all that in there, it's ready to publish. So I'm going to publish it. Okay. So now I see the message up here, post published. So view post. So if I want to just take a look and see what it looks like, I can open that up. Here we go. We see the blog as it actually exists on the web, as it's posted. You can see your own NSID, the date you posted it. You can see my hyperlink is in there. My tweet is in there. It links back to Twitter. My video in there is embedded, and it would play in there if I wanted to watch it. And it's all kind of appearing the way I wanted it to. So if you post it and you decide there's any issues, you need to edit it, just go back to your post. Remember I said this all posts thing would let you see everything. So this is the one I'm working off. The real girls are cool. So if I want to go in there and edit it, I can do that. I can change anything and just click update to change it. If I want to just fix something, maybe I want to just add another little bit. If I click update, then it updates it. So you can keep making changes until you're ready to submit it to your instructor. Now, when you are ready to submit it, you need to submit your URL so that the instructor can grade that blog post. So the URL is actually this right here, or if you go to the blog, you'll see it up right here as well. So it should have the post title probably at the end of the URL. So this right here is what you would want to copy and send to your instructor through the appropriate Dropbox so that they could take a look at it. So that's pretty much it. These blogs are going to be syndicated into a class blog as well. So in this case, for Women in Gender Studies 210, the class blog is at sites.usask.ca/Women in Gender Studies 210. This is a password protected site. So you'll need the password. It's given to you in Blackboard. So this is a collected student blog, meaning all the blogs are collected and they're syndicated in there. So what it's going to do is take your blog, which is posted here at your own blog site, and it's going to pull it into this blog role. So by category, it would pull it into here, Module 1, Blog 1, or into the All Blogs blog role. So if you have any further questions on this, check the FAQ right here on the Women Gender Studies 210 site. That'll give you some more information and hopefully answer any questions. If you're still having any difficulties, or if you can't even maybe get logged in, then talk to your instructor and they can help you sort out those issues earlier and sooner rather than later.